Transhumanism is taking humans as we are and moving us forward, linking humans with technology. And you could call it post-humanity as well.
The transhumanist movement covers various strands, from very basic DIY experimentalists right through to people exploring ideas of digital immortality. They like to work in an unregulated way. Working in conventional norms is too slow. They see technological evolution surpassing biological evolution, so it's almost like a race for them. A few of the people I've photographed, I think, are doing some really interesting things. Neil worked with some surgeons in an undisclosed location to have this antennae implanted into the skull. Neil now senses colour around him through sound. Rob Spence, he calls himself the Eyeborg. This is the image I took using Rob's eye camera, and we actually got into this big debate about who owned the copyright. We tried to photograph these people in their homes. This is not a movement that's taking place in science labs or remote secret locations. It's about the democratization of technology. Anyone can pick these tools up and start experimenting.
When we talk about human enhancement, it's the mind enhancement which is the most interesting part. I try to collect and analyze brain data, stimulating my brain or volunteer's brain using different methods and protocols. You can reduce fatigue, you can enhance concentration, you can enhance memory. You slept for 3 hours, you're overstressed, can't do much. Fire a laser to the blood supply to your brain in the specific area you're interested in, and you're fine. Some people just think that we shouldn't do it because we shouldn't play God, while becoming God was the aim. Any hero cult, all the Egyptian funerary practices and so on, they all were dedicated to one aim: humans becoming gods. You know, we're flying into a huge, huge technologically inducing change. One existential risk is, of course, Big Brother abusing it. So some kind of mind control is possible to an extent. Imagine if the marketing campaign can actually know what do you actually feel and what do you actually think about this or that product, and manipulate not even your consciousness but your subconsciousness to buy it. Then you can obviously replace marketing with things like political propaganda.
In terms of transhumanism, it's stretching society like an elastic band. The question with this is, will it stretch and stretch so that it actually breaks? And we end up with two different groups. Whether you call them species is another question, techno-species. I've been experimenting for over 20 years. One of the experiments used a robot hand, so I had a bi-directional link. We did that from the United States to the UK across the internet. And when that happened, it all blew my mind. The possibility that in the future, your brain can be in one place, but your body can be wherever you want. My wife also had electrodes pushed into her nervous system, and we linked our nervous systems together. So when I opened and closed my hand, her nervous system was stimulated. To do the same thing directly, brain to brain, will be a form of telepathy. So it would bring you closer together, and I have no doubt we'll be able to communicate telepathically in a hardwired way in the future.
The North Sense is a little device that is attached here to my chest. It connects me to the Earth magnetic field, and it gives me a notification every time I'm facing north. The way that I see environment, that I see directions today, it's completely different. First of all, your memories start to include a piece of data that your other memories didn't include. So I'm going to remember forever that this interview was taken while I'm facing north. And I know that this is exactly the same direction that I enter my house and the same direction that I enter to my son's school. And all this information is processed, and then thoughts, creations, ideas, and feelings come out of it. Everything, every creation and every idea that we had is based on one or other sensory input. It means that if we have more senses, as humanity, we could start creating from places we never thought before, and new creations that we could never think of creating with the senses that we were born with.